Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, just gentlemen. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Neca cult classics, Pamela Voorhees, and Jason. Part 1, Part 2, by the way. So, I am very pleased with these figures, one more than the other. And I gotta say, they are worth it. Now, they've recently gone quite down in price, I've noticed. Now down like 20, 27, 20 quid. Pretty impressive, I do like it. Okay, we're going to start off with Jason. Now, before I do, these stands here, I cannot figure out where this one goes. There just doesn't seem to be any place because they attach to the back of that, which is Pamela's head from part 2. I'm quite sure why Pamela would be stood in front of her own head, but as you do. There's an obvious place for this bit right here, which is they're specifically shaped for a certain part. This one's shaped for like right in front of it. This one over here is just weird. It doesn't particularly belong anywhere. Anyway, on to Jason. So, as with Neca, usually it's a very detailed figure, and the color job, I gotta say, is specifically very good. I don't know why, but I imagined him having like a lot dirtier clothes. The dungarees, yeah, they're pretty dirty, but I imagine this jumper up here would be pretty dirty. Yeah, have you seen his house? If you've seen the film, you'll get that, because his house looks like a piece of shit. Okay, so we got. I'm just like to point this out because in the film there's a bit where he's holding a massive spear, which also comes with the figure. And if you look at his thumb, you'll see it's massive and black. And they've even added that on the figure. I guess it did stick out in people's minds a lot. And I do have an explanation for why it was like that. From what I read, he got hit on the hand with the machete. Later on in the film, he gets slashed in the back. You can know that because obviously there's sequels. Anyway, he gets slashed in the back. And I think just before that, he gets attacked with a machete, and apparently the girl got scared of him and smashed him on the thumb. Now I can say from having that personally, not with a machete, but something else, smashing you on the hand, and what happens is the blood, it starts bleeding underneath your nail, and the nail squashes it against the skin, and it causes it to go black, and there we go. So it ends up looking like, and I gotta say, it fucking hurts like a bitch. That's all I can say. Anyway, in terms of articulation, I'm really terrible at this, but it goes out. What it did, or it goes in. Not all the way out, it stops right here, so, you know. And we got an arm swivel. Oh, it goes forward and back, by the way. An arm swivel here. And there is some articulation on the hand. Doesn't move particularly much, but you know, and it's the same articulation on the other hand. Now with the feet, there is these feet move pretty easily, surprisingly. It's a swivel. It doesn't go up and down though, and there is no articulation on the legs as usual. That probably isn't ideal for most people, but since off duty, it's quite difficult to film like that. But you know, that's just me, as you do. Anyway, it does come with an alternate head, and now a bit where I usually embarrass myself. Getting the head on. Look, I'm not gonna embarrass myself this time. I'm sure it goes further on, but I'm really bad with getting heads off and on. I'll either end up tearing the head the entire way off and breaking it, or it'll take me 10 minutes just to push it down. I don't know why I always have to go with heads. Anyway, so as you can see, he is one ugly motherfucker. It's a quite articulated head. It does a full swivel. It can go backwards, and so on. And with the other head, all you can see of Jason himself is that little eye. By the way, I personally think he looks ridiculous with this on. I will always prefer the hockey mask. But you can move him a little forward and a little backward, and a little to the left and a little to the right. So, yeah, that's Jason. Oh, there we go. My neck just cracked. We've got Pamela now, and I personally think that out of the two figures, this is the better one. She looks great. She looks quite a bit like Bexy Palmer, not fully, but I gotta say, that is a creepy face. God, they did really good on this face sculpt. It looks great, and on the sweater as well, it looks very good. But sadly, again, it's good detail, which means the articulation is going to be pretty poor. Head does go all the way around. Kind of looks like Regan from The Exorcist. And she's got robot joints, meaning forward, the sword does forward and backward. And a little swivel on the hand. As with Jason, no leg articulation, and she appears to be stood quite strangely. Foot swivel as well. So, yeah. Now, the two do come with an accessory weapons, but first I'm just going to show you this other stand. This is Mrs. Voorhees' head. And I love how they made it look just like the film. As to the point where you can tell that there is another actress underneath there. I don't know why, but I keep thinking that this will swivel. I don't know why. Anyway, you can see Pamela's jumper right there. And a random dead corpse. Not quite sure who that is. I think it could be Alice. Oh, by the way, Neca, you need to start releasing other slasher villains. And maybe some victims as well, because, you know, we have to butcher somebody. Let's go from Stalk's perspective. Pamela's hunting knife. She uses this quite a bit in the first film. And I gotta say, it's quite a good scope. It's not my personal favourite knife that I own, but it's decent. We can go in size order. We've got the machete, Jason's favourite weapon. I don't actually think he used this in part 2. But Pamela did use it in part 1, and she was killed with it. Spoilers. I won't say this isn't the best machete. I personally think that the Neca's remake Jason has the best machete. It's gigantic. But this one's pretty good. It's got a decent amount of detail, but only on this side. I actually think that's the wrong machete. Got the axe, which I do love. It's not a shame. It's a shame that there's no blood on it or anything. That'd be quite interesting. But it does help differentiate it from the other knife. Got a pickaxe, which if I ever make a Harry Warden figure from My Bloody Valentine, this is the one I intend to use, and it does. It's pretty plain, actually. On the handle, though, it does have some good sculpt, because it does kind of... It looks kind of like wood, and it does feel like it's got little cracks in it. I feel sorry for the guys who had to do the detail on the weapons. I can only imagine how much of a bitch that was. Got a pitchfork, it's one of my favourite weapons that comes with this, and it looks good. I'm pretty sure he did use this in the film, but I'm not quite sure what kill it was. Right, it comes with a little handle at the end, so you can't use the handle, but as you do. Of course, the all too famous spear. This is from the shish kebab kill. I think it's shish kebab or cocktail, honestly, where the two couple are having sex, and he impales them. This has become a popular kill between me and my friends because it's brilliant. There's even I just noticed this right now. You won't be able to see it on camera, but there is in fact little indentations all over this spear. So gotta say, I really do feel sorry for the guys who had to mold this. Now my personal favourite, the bow and arrow. This is just excellent. And before anybody asks, yes, you can fire at them, but I'm not going to try and pull it off because I almost lost the arrow next time. Anyway. So yeah, that's this, and this is strings, you know. And it's very good sculpted. So anyway, oh, my arm aches like a bastard now, and I will see you guys later. Mr. Film Figures signing out.